So I'm going live for the hell of it. Um, just chilling on a Sunday fun day. Um, Not a lot of news around here. There's national news. Oh, there's local news too. You guys might have heard about a house here in Hawaii that was launching some fireworks, and apparently they had the mother lode sitting in their garage. And sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. People died. People died. No laughing. And they set one of the things off wrong, and it tilted sideways, and it shot the payload into the garage where the mother load was. And it blew up, killed a few people, injured a couple dozen. Local news reporting that 6 of them had to catch a flight to the continent, which would be the mainland United States, the contiguous 48 states, and seek medical treatment at a burn unit in Arizona. What remains to be seen is if anyone will be held accountable for, blowing up their street and killing people. This is Hawaii, so not too hopeful on that. So, any of you guys ever got your DNA tested, like 23andMe or from one of the other sites? Hey, Liberty, how you doing? uh, Liberty Bleeds Silver is an amazing channel, and if you're here, you should subscribe to him immediately. I watch this guy more than I watch TV. That's how much I like his channel. But like I was saying, any of you guys ever got your DNA tested? So I did and I know it's controversial. I did the 23andMe. And you guys got tested and found some surprises in your DNA. I found a small surprise. So apparently I'm 1.7% South Indian and Malaysian. That wasn't too much of a surprise because it's from my mother's side. My parents had already tested. My dad's about as European as it gets. I think he hails from the Caucasus Mountains. But on my mother's side, she had the same hit, South Indian and Malaysian. And then I got mine tested and I got that small bit of South Indian Malaysian. Now, does this affect my perception of myself? No, not at all. I grew up as a totally normal white dude in a white neighborhood. But it's interesting. I would like to eventually find out how a South Indian and or Malaysian ancestor of mine found their way to the southeastern United States to be my ancestor. I think the answer is probably slavery. Something slavery related. Did you steal those glasses from Randy Savage? No, may he rest in peace. Yeah, the cream of the crop. Um, it's my hypothesis that the rapture happened all those years ago, and the only one who ascended was Randy Savage. He was the only one worthy, and we're all left behind. Let me attempt to read some comments. Liberty says, hopefully I'm more entertaining than TV. Absolutely, dude. Of course. No doubt. TV is a vast wasteland. And it's the only reason I have cable is because I live in a building and it's included in the HOA bundle. If it wasn't, I wouldn't even have cable. We hardly ever watch it. The only thing I use it for is my wife and I tape Jeopardy every day, and then we watch Jeopardy every day. It's a little tradition of ours, and she's much better than me. Uh, she's a brilliant woman. It's one of the many things that I love about her is how brilliant she is. And knowledge of trivia is not necessarily an indication of brilliance, but it's often a symptom of brilliance, and that's what it is in her case. Hi, bro from Russia. Hello. We got Russia in the house. If you're here to watch, I would actually be curious to know what you, as a Russian, think about the conflict in Ukraine, or if you're even able to comment. You know, I don't want to place you in a predicament, um, but if you have thoughts that you're able to share, maybe you're using a VPN or something. Feel free to weigh in. I'm very curious. Yeah, Liberty moved on to YouTube. Same, brother. Same. I watch far more YouTube than I do the boob tube. um, I'm gonna make you a mod on this channel. I can't remember how to do that right now, but I will do it. I found out that I could do it like after the video's over because I did it for a couple other people. I'll do that for you too. Sorry, bad speak English. That's okay, dude. Um, I bad speak English myself, and it's the only language I know. I've tried, learning Spanish. I took 2 years of Spanish in high school, and the only thing I took away from those 2 years is that my Spanish teacher was pretty hot. There was some rumors, but unverified. Not going to go into that. So I posted on my community side, the thing where you can just like post a photo. I was cruising the U.S. Mint's website, and I found a bronze medal, a commemorative bronze medal for the January 6, 2021 Capitol fiasco. Now, I don't care what your position on that whole thing is, but you need to buy some. I bought two. I'm going to buy more because they're obviously not going to be making any more of those here in about 2 weeks when the new administration is inaugurated. The head of the Mint now is a Biden appointee. I can't remember her name, but she is a Biden appointee. And regardless of how you feel in that situation, that's a historical thing because that is going to get shut down. And that will be a rare item in the future. And I didn't see the Mint promote this at all. In fact, I had to I just happened on the page. There's nothing out there as far as promoting it. But I mean, talk about something you could only get in the here and now. The investor in me was like, yeah, click buy right now. Let's see what we got here. Oh, thanks, Liberty. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not the most tech savvy guy in the world. Um, so I had mentioned previously that my wife had been on vacation in Texas. She returned. She brought me this cool little desk trinket for my office. She knows I'm a Star Trek fan. It lights up. You guys see the lights? I don't know if it shows up. But this is the Enterprise that was captained by Kirk. and by his predecessor Pike. But I love it. And the base is the Starfleet logo, which is based on the NASA logo. But man, what a cool thing! It's the little things, you know. She always makes little gestures that makes me love her even more. James T. Kirk, yes. The T stands for Tiberius, who was one of the Roman Caesars. I think he was one of the five good Roman Caesars. There are five that are remembered as good: Tiberius, Marcus Aurelius, and I don't remember the other three. I must have fell asleep during that episode of Jeopardy. um, what's going on in the news, dude? Political upheaval. You know, left is out, right's in. There's all that shit going on. There's a judge in New York that is pushing through with sentencing the new administrator, the new president. I don't anticipate that sentence will involve any jail time. I just don't see a judge wanting to be that precedent. Now, if it's like an activist judge, that would be on the table. And there are activist judges who want to do crazy shit and make insane rulings. I don't think this ruling is insane. I think he did that shit. But I just don't think the judge would want to impose a jail time confinement sentence on a president elect. That's never happened before, and it would be insane if that did happen. It's possible, but highly unlikely, in my opinion. But who am I? I'm just some random jerk off wearing douchebag shades indoors. So nobody should listen to me. My my eyes are terrible. Having a hard time reading Liberty. My mom's the one who turned me into a Trekkie. She started watching from day one with me right there. Yeah, dude, it's God. I'm such a Star Trek nerd. I'm mostly a Next Generation guy, a Picard guy. You know, it is possible in life to do everything right and still lose. That is not failure. That is life. That's a Picard quote that has always stuck with me. Kirk was more of a cowboy. You know, he's more like, you know, let's transport down myself with my phaser and, you know, bang some green ladies. Picard was always more of like a realistic naval captain, you know, and as a military veteran, the good officers I knew would be much more like Picard than they would be like Kirk. But Kirk was, as a TV viewer, was probably more entertaining. So, if you catch me looking left, this is on my lanai or balcony. A couple of birds just landed. Can't tell if they're fighting or doing something else. Hard to tell. Yeah. So, not much going on around the house. I just figured I would, you know, live stream and try to shoot the shit. If you guys, I should put this in an actual recorded video, but I have a red book that's still up for grabs, you know, due to Christmas list confusion. I ended up getting 3 copies of these. One is for home, one I'm going to keep at my office, but this one is for free. This is for anyone who wants one. It's the 2025. All you got to do is email me. Um, my email is in my channel. It's pretty easy to find. So I have a very close friend of mine, very close friend, and a coworker. But I consider him primarily a friend. And unfortunately, a couple months ago, or a few months ago, his brother passed away. It was his only sibling. He passed away unexpectedly. And he left behind a book about cats, which I will go grab. Talk amongst yourselves. Grape nuts. They're neither grapes nor nuts. Discuss. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully nobody is verklempt. So this little book of poems, poems by cats. The book is titled "I Could Pee on This," which I'm pretty sure is what cats think whenever they see anything. But it was just so nice of him, and then, in fact, I will will it back into the custody of his family upon my death. A death that will surely be avenged. um, Another thing this particular friend gifted me, and I keep this in wrapping because it's very old. It's two books about coins from the period. So the Star Coin book, which is an encyclopedia of rare American and foreign coins. And I've already gotten some crazy info out of this. And another piece produced during the period of gold confiscation, which was from 1933 to 1974, I think, when there were laws in place to prohibit the hoarding of gold. It's always been my philosophy that if you want to know something about history, go to something that was written during the time of the incident. And that's when you'll get context that you're not going to get from a Wikipedia article. You'll get just nuggets of information and context that you can't get any other way, and that's research. And it's already turned me on to a lot of things. The one thing in particular is Mormon coins. Because in the 1840s to 50s, if you'll recall, the Mormon religion, cult, whatever you call it, after Joseph Smith was assassinated in Carthage, Illinois, under new leadership by Brigham Young, they went west into what was unclaimed territory, and they set up shop in Salt Lake City, Utah, what is now known as Salt Lake City, Utah. And at the time, it was kind of a no man's land. So there was no legal way to oppose their stake in that territory. And they founded their own nation, which at the time they called the Nation of Deseret, and produced their own coinage, which was made of gold. So these Mormon gold coins are extremely rare. They go at auction for millions of dollars. And it makes me want to take up a metal detector and go to one of the many ghost towns in the desert of Utah and just go for metal detecting and try to find one of these coins because I know they're out there. And if you're lucky enough to get your hands on one, you're sitting pretty. Some cool coin history. Yeah, I wish I could start my own country too. Um, Population 2. Me and my wife. First law, no property taxes owed to the man. That would be great. Have you run into Deseret Stacker yet? No, I have not. But I will as soon as this live is over. I'll immediately look him up. Tell me about him, Liberty. I'm not trying to put you on the spot or anything. Let me know when you go. We'll split it 60-40. Sure. I'll take 40% of millions. It's fine with me. If you bring the metal detector, I'll take the 40. Almost knocked over my bevy there. Well, I might wrap this live up. Didn't intend it to be a long one. Let's see. Real cool guy. Lives up by Salt Lake City, and yeah, he knows all about that stuff. Dude, that sounds awesome. I'll go subscribe to him. I'm on a continuous journey of learning. You know, I've said a lot of shit in my recorded videos that I go back and I'm like, that's not quite historically accurate, which is why nobody should listen to me or possibly anybody else on YouTube. I do want to shore up my knowledge. I'm thinking about taking some correspondence, numismatist certifications, get that under my belt. Not, and I would still never present myself as any kind of authority, just so I can learn. Because I'm only a few years deep into this hobby, this interest. But I'm the kind of guy who, once I get into a thing, I want to know everything about it. Can't do anything casually. I'm either balls deep or balls out, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, trying to get balls deep in numismatism. My stacking game's on point. Got some cool stuff coming up, by the way, as far as stacking. Can't wait to film a few things, but you know, I'm gonna breadcrumb it out. It's not gonna be like a day of 6 uploads or anything. Oh, that outfit looking good today. Oh yeah, thank you. I mean, it's a cat playing guitar. But yeah, that's it. Happy New Year's to all of you. Liberty, I'm gonna mod you when this video gets uploaded after I end it. Thank you all for stopping by, and that's it, man. I'm gonna go have dinner now. Cheerio.